You're back with us on See the Story segment, the signature segment of 3 Hour News Show. We're still here with Farid Hamka, Book Hive Indonesia founder. So Farid, continuing our last question, is there any near event in the future? And is there any monthly or annual event that Book Hive hosts with collaborators or just hold it alone?
Sure. So we collaborated with a silent book club called Baca Bareng, but I only found out this thing from Japan last year called Biblio Battle, and then we branded as Bacot Buku in Jakarta. So what it does is it's a social book review event. So people would come either just as a spectator or as a reviewer, and then we'll have 5 minutes to talk about their favorite books of the season. And people will vote on that and there will be winners. It's a fun competition and we're planning to hold it once a month. It's a monthly event, but we've only done it twice. And we'll have one next week. The registration is actually open and it's going to be held in Pos Blok, Pasar Baru.
Okay. Will we have to, register to be able to participate in these activities, or can we just kind of do a bit of a go show at the place?
It's a very easy registration. It's a Google form. There's like suggested donation, and then just come up either as a battler or a spectator. What's fun about it is that people bring the books that they love, which means that they get very defensive and very excited about whatever they choose to review.
And that's a great place as well to learn about books that you didn't realize that you needed, as well. And because obviously, like, people are, as Farid mentioned, people are going to be bringing their favorite books, right? And so they're bound to be the best of the best, perhaps. Even.
Perhaps. Well, Farid, I certainly know a lot of people who loves to read, but if we are seeing the big picture here in Indonesia, the fact is there are still so many people who can't even read, right? Or they can read, but they don't have the love of reading, you know? So do you think that this movement can be implemented in our education system in this country? And if yes, how?
There are challenges, of course, but I am quite optimistic because what Book Hive does is based on this, on this movement called the gift economy, in which you provide something for people and then you get them in the future. You don't get it directly. So what it does is that it provides an alternative way of seeing the world, not just as transactions. But I think like what Book Hive does is that, okay, so here are books. It's changed my life or not. I'm sharing it to people. And if you care enough, please share. And then ideally one day we would foster this economy in which people are sharing the things that might help somebody else. So yeah, I think it's actually integral to our moral education, especially since cities like Jakarta, in the light of the development of Indonesian tourism, for example, we are getting more into more of a modernized transactional way of seeing things,
Right.
And I hope that what Book Hive does and all the other book community does is also restoring that sharing and caring feeling, but also in making reading very cool. You can just read in public places on your way to work. It doesn't have to be, in libraries, confined spaces.
That's a key word.
Make
reading cool.
Habit,
Definitely. In a way, there's also an essence of gotong royong as well, isn't there?
Exactly.
Indonesian culture of gotong royong. Yeah.
So what's next for Book Hive Indonesia, Farid?
So we would love to access more public places. Last year we opened in 4 MRT stations around Jakarta. They're really cool because people do read on the MRT. You can see it sometimes on rush hour. People take some books from Book Hive and then read it on their way to work or on their way home. But we also aim to make the events such as Bacot Buku more regular, more fun, bigger scale. But also, we are shifting towards like a role of supporting the other community literacy movements. So we are very open to collaborations in which collaborations that can help the Indonesia book communities, literacy communities work as one and create an ideal, a better version of our city and country, I guess.
Okay. Well, very much looking forward to the development
Yep.
of these projects, especially, to see where you will expand into. Hopefully, it'll be somewhere close to where I live, so it's easy.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
yes.
hopefully as well. And one more thing, Farid, because it is See the Stories, and even though you're in London, I'd like to challenge you as well as Maria and Chrisia in today's
Wow.
edition of See the Game. You guys,
All right.
are you ready?
Wow. Okay.
Let's take a look. All right.
So what do we?
Okay, so I'm gonna challenge Farid and my two friends here, my two co-hosts.
All right.
Maria
All right.
And Chrisia, to match these famous books with their authors. But don't worry because I only have 5 questions for you guys. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Great. Okay, let's start right away with number 1. I think you can already see it behind us right now. We have Suzanne Collins. Which book did she write? A, The Five Wave, B, The Hunger Games, C, Divergent, or D, City of Bones? I will give you 1 minute to answer the question.
I don't know this one, but I can make a guess.
You can make a guess?
Nope. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Farid?
Just let
Hunger
Farid.
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That is correct. That is
He reads
indeed
it, that's why.
very correct. The Hunger Games. I don't know if you graduated in around 2015 as well, but that was kind of like my middle school book to read. Was it the same with you?
Nah, I graduated university in 2016, so I'm pretty old. So
Oh, I
Hunger
see.
Games is my.
I haven't watched
high school.
and read. Hunger
Okay.
Games.
That's not old.
That's
that's
not
not
old at all.
old.
Yeah,
Still
definitely
younger
not
than
old,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. What do we have? Pramudia and
I think I know. I know. D.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's
D,
D.
yeah.
Bumi
Bumi
Manusia.
And the 3 of you are correct. It is indeed
Yay!
Bumi Manusia, as we know, a
Yes.
very legendary
Yes.
Indonesian author
Yep.
with a very legendary book. As a matter of
I
fact,
love him.
yeah. Did you guys watch the film as well? Because there was a film that.
I have.
I did actually. The actor who stars that movie is Iqbal. Is it?
That is correct. Yes.
Mawar De Jong. Is that right?
Yeah.
Farid knows.
Farid knows. Oh, I hope.
Like I haven't seen the film, but the
But
book is
I like the
amazing.
book. I like the
Yeah.
book very much.
Very in depth and lots
Yep.
of different layers to it, isn't
I
it?
love it.
All right, let's move on to our next one, guys. Number 3.
He's my favorite writer.
Elizabeth Gilbert.
Word.
Right.
I think it's
Eat, Pray, Love. It ends with us. Driving Over Lemons or The Siren.
It Ends With Us.
She puts Ubud on the travel
Eat,
map.
Pray, Love.
Eat, Pray, Love.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That seems
I
to be the
also
correct
watched
answer.
the
author.
movie.
Yeah, I watched the movie, but I forget the author.
There you go.
Do you know that Julia Roberts is actually an honorary guest in Ubud Palace?
Yeah. I
Wow.
know that
She
one.
is
Yeah.
invited, apparently.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Always.
Huh. Very interesting. All right, let's move on to the 4th question. Let's see what it says. Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie is
Patient. You or Murder on the
Not
Orient
You.
Express.
Gone Girl.
I think it's the.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, I think
Is that your final guess?
Yes, D.
Chrisia? Maria?
I think
You
it's
too?
Murder on the.
Farid, any answers of your own?
No, I think it's D. Like I've read
Yeah.
some of her works.
I
but
think it's D.
I think anything mystery
Is it?
related D.
Let's see
Not
if you
right.
guys are correct.
Hurry.
The answer is
Correct.
D. Yay! Everyone's doing so
It's
great.
a little tough.
You guys are really good with books, it seems. Even though you don't seem to know the book sometimes, you can just kind of have an instinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know what type of book an author writes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agatha Christie, always known for her
Okay, bring it on.
Done
The
it.
next mess.
All right, very last one. I believe this is it.
Last one. Oh.
Kevin.
Oh, it's the Crazy Rich Asians. I know this one.
Crazy Rich
Yeah, it's very
Asians.
popular. Like you see it in the bookstore.
I haven't read the book, but I've seen the movie.
Yes.
I have
It's
the
really
book,
good.
Well, you
But I
have the
haven't
book.
read it because I watched the movie first. I know the story.
All right, so
It's,
Crazy
it's
Rich.
such a fun book. I think I finished it in 1 day or 2. It was
Wow.
super fun.
Yeah.
So, Crazy Rich Asians, final answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see if that's correct.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Is it loading?
And the answer is yes.
Yes!
Yay! Of
Everyone
course,
got it.
Yay!
absolutely
We're quite
right.
good in this game.
Yay. I love it.
It's quite a fun game, and it's quite fun to learn about. I mean, if you guys don't follow books that much, you know, you can learn about these authors, and you can learn about these books as well. So there you go.
If you don't like to read, you can just watch the movie.
Exactly.
Because most popular books
They have
are
the movie.
turned into movies.
Yes.
But sometimes I get disappointed when watching the movie because
Yeah,
when you
sometimes
read a
the book is
book,
better.
Yeah,
when you read a book, your imagination can go
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
wild
Yeah.
that's true.
without boundaries. But then after you watch the movie, it kind of
Yeah. Narrow
puts you
your boundaries.
into prison.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's very dependent on the book and the
Yes,
film.
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our talk show with Farid Hamka. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from London.
Thanks, Farid.
I hope
Thanks,
you
Farid.
enjoy the rest of your day and the best of
Thank
luck.
you so much. It's an honor
Yeah, best
and really fun to talk with you guys.
indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank
best
you,
of luck
Farid.
with Book Hive.
All the best.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, everybody. See the stories will continue after the break. So stay with us on the 3-Hour News Show only on See Today.